Howdy folks, Bodine 52 out on Duke, my 2000 Road King Classic. And my thought of today, well, I got two thoughts. Number one is, how many miles will you travel to get gas? And how many gas stations will you pass at the same time? Because I'm counting, because that's what I'm doing today. And number two, I am now convinced that my wife can just about talk me into anything. I need your help. Stay tuned. So I decided to come out and take a ride today on a beautiful day in southeast Michigan. And I realized that I was on, where am I at? I'm on just over a quarter tank of gas, which means I still got plenty of miles, right? I could go, what do you think, another 60, 70 miles? Something like that, I don't know. I haven't had the Road King for that long, but I'm like, I need gas, so let me stop and get gas. And I passed the first gas station, the second gas station. I'm like, nah, I know one that's in like Stockbridge. It's like 30 miles from me. I'll go to that one. Am I the only one that does that? I know sometimes, like, if you're stopping at a grocery store to pick something up and you happen to be on your bike, and you'll go to one a long way away, or you'll go to the restaurant that's a long way away instead of the one that's close to you, just so you can ride there. That is what I'm doing today. But the reason that I really started hit the record button today was I got to tell you a story about my wife, Mrs. Bodine. Now, speaking of that, see that place right there? It says firewood, and right next to that tree, it's all empty. Perfect way to start it. Perfect way to start this, because my wife, I will tell you, has, I think she could be a pyro, quite frankly. Now, she has always been a wood-burning fireplace fire person. And we've moved around a couple times for my work, and we've had houses that had wood-burning fireplaces. We've had gas ones. I prefer gas fireplaces just because it's easy and you don't have to deal with a bunch of crap. But Mrs. Bodine likes wood-burning. And she's pretty easy going when it comes to a house, right? I would like a nice kitchen and a wood-burning fireplace. Right, so when I go looking for houses and I always talk to an agent, they're like, there's hardly any wood-burning fireplaces out there. You're not going to find any, especially if it's a newer house, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, look, my wife doesn't ask me for that much stuff. She wants a wood-burning fireplace. Find a freaking wood-burning fireplace. So, fast forward to the house that I live in now in Michigan. We've been there, I don't know, since October, November last year. So let's say 6 months now, right? When we went there, I bought two face cords of wood. So a face cord, I think, is 4 by 8 feet, something like that, 5 by 8 feet. 3 face cords, I think, equal a cord. I don't know. But all I know is 2 truckloads. So Mrs. Bodine has burned through that in the fireplace. So, and we have a fire pit in our yard. All of our neighbors have a fire pit in their yard. If you watch one of my Welcome to the Neighborhood videos, and I'll put that in the description. Everybody kind of burns fire pit in their backyard and has cocktails and socializes and all that stuff. So we just recently ran out of firewood. That's a lot of firewood to burn in 5 or 6 months. Just if you have a fireplace, you'll understand it's a lot of wood. So Mrs. Bodine says to me, "Hey, Mr. Bodine," because that's what she calls me. It's really been cold the last couple days. And it has been like 40 in Michigan when it's supposed to be. I love riding in the country with tractors and stuff. I don't know why. I could be a farmer. I swear I could be a farmer. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, can we get, a face of wood? I'm like, well, it's going to be 70 starting next Saturday, like for the rest of the year. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, okay. She's like, but we could burn it in the fire pit. I'm like, and you could see people all around here sell wood. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? We have 40 acres behind our house. I can go pick up wood to burn in the fire pit outside. Easy, right? That's what everybody does and lives on our street. Okay. And so a little while goes on, a little longer, and she goes, oh, I don't know if it's the older I get or what, but I'm just cold anymore. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. And at that point, when she said that, and it was like an hour after she talked about me getting the wood, after we were sitting in the family room watching, I think we were watching a Harley Day Rider video on YouTube. You should check out his channel. She says that to me. I don't know if it's when I'm getting older, I just get cold. And at that point, as a husband that's been married 32, 33 years, something like that, I knew I was getting wood. I just knew I was going to go get firewood, right? Hey guys, I'm not the only guy out. So, I was just like, we really don't need it. I'm like, is this because you want firewood? No, you're right. We really don't need it. Now she's using the negative stuff on me, right? Reverse psychology. I'm going to reverse her psychology is what I'm thinking while I'm sitting there, right? And she says, and I said, you really want me to get firewood, don't you? But, it's going to be 70. Do we really want to go look, I don't cut it down. I go buy it, throw it in my back of my truck, and my truck takes about a face cord. And she's like, no, you're right. It's kind of a hassle. And I'm like, all right, cool. And she goes, but I'm cold. I'm like, oh my God. Unbelievable. So, folks, I now have a face cord of wood that is stacked underneath my deck in the back of my house. And here's a picture of it right here, just to prove it. I had to go buy it. You wouldn't say I had to, but I went and bought it. I had to load it, throw it in the truck. I had to stack it. She'd burn it. So now I'm out riding today, and it's 60. She'd burn in a fire pit, and she's got the fireplace going. I'm like, ay. Maybe she has pyro. Do they have like a Betty Ford clinic for pyromaniacs? I ask. So my question is your wife, or maybe I should say significant others, because there's ladies that follow my channel, or maybe they can give us an idea. Is that, how long does it take to get that strategy nailed down? Now, because I'm telling you, she can just about talk me into anything. Now, it's not the whole booty thing. It's not it at all. But look at that old hardware store, Bramlett Hardware Company. Tell me I don't want to take my motorcycle over there, walk across the street and take a picture of it. I really do, but I'm not going to. Isn't that cool? I love old places like that. So, for the ladies, how long does it take you to have that strategy? Because it works. And I guess really the reason that it works, especially with Mrs. Bodine, is she is pretty much the most easygoing, do whatever you want, have fun person that I've ever met. And she lets me do and go out and do more stuff. And I think that's kind of why when she wets the fireplace, I tell the realtor, find a wood-burning fireplace, right? Or when she says, yeah, I've had this outfit for a year, I swear, or I need to get new bras or something like that, just go get them. Because you know what? Reality is, she lets me do so much stuff, and I guess it's like in any relationship, it is give and take. I'm stuttering a little bit because I saw a sign there back there that said raw honey. Huh. Raw honey. I've never, you know what? It's bad. I've never had honey. Sometimes I'm just such a city boy. But I don't want to be. I kind of live out in the country a little bit now. I just love it out here. Duke is sounding good. Woohoo! Except I probably shouldn't take this corner at 60. So I guess that is the question. Can your wife talk you into just about anything and do it, and you're almost glad to do it? I was throwing stuff in the truck, the wood. It started to rain. Now, it wasn't a heavy rain, but it started to rain, and I was still happy I was out doing it. How the heck did she do that? How did she get me to get wood when I didn't want to? Buy firewood, throw it in my truck in the rain, bring it home, stack it, bring some in that she could burn. And she goes, "That was really nice of you. I really appreciate you." And I felt good. I just don't get it. Oh, man. Somebody help me out here. All right, folks. That is it. I'm going to continue my day on Duke the King. And I would appreciate your feedback because I just, I might as well give up. It's just kind of how it is, unless you have some advice. Please leave it in the comment section. Thanks for checking in. This is Bodine52. Hey, appreciate you spending some time looking at the channel. If you like it, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And give the video a thumbs up if it met your pleasure. If not, it's okay. I get it. Check out the other ones. All right, folks. This is Bodine checking out from the beautiful Southeast Michigan. And apparently, cow country. Ha ha! Some reason I love it. Thanks, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.